Like, you a girl's girl. You a real life Cinderella. Like, stop. Stop playing. You one of them type. You a girl next door type. Y'all, I didn't write nothing down. We just going off the dome. Holy Spirit, do your thing. Like, do what you do. So this one is the one I was most excited to talk about today because the Lord has been highlighting girl next door to me like quite often over the years. But last night was my first time like really like, let me look this up. Let me see how you actually like define this, right? And so today we're going to talk about how you've always been the girl next door type. Okay, and given that it's a type, this is not everybody. Okay, so, but my girls, like my wifey team, like we right here, we the same, you know, like Proverbs 31. And you can be Proverbs 31 and not look like physical appearance, because that's not what it is. The girl next door, because it's really your heart, but like you look and like inside outside you give girl next door. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. But I don't want you to feel like you can't relate to this video either, because in your heart you could be girl next door, right? So the girl next door is a term used to describe a female archetype. It's types, like every woman is not like this. And fashion aesthetic, which can range in terms of personal definition. So everybody's gonna have their own definition of girl next door. But usually denotes a girl or woman who appeals to traditional or all-American gender norms with the allure of purity, simplicity, and charm, is given Proverbs 31, with a natural, modest, or effortless beauty. Okay? And then somebody else wrote, actually, I'm going to give y'all two of people's definitions that they wrote for it. One person said, I personally see it as this: you are attractive in a more comforting way. And I love that, because as soon as I read comforting, I thought of the Holy Spirit. Okay. And then, which is what my Mother's Day speaking at church was about, the need for comfort in a cold world. Okay. Like, you give that, period. And then someone else said, I would say beautiful in a natural way, and that would take it as a compliment. Sometimes people can throw it around and it's not a compliment. Like, even when people be like, you goody two shoes. Okay, well, baby, these men love these goody two shoes. You get what I'm saying? But for the most part, it should be seen as a compliment. So what does that mean? What does that say about you? I read the definitions, but if I were to put it in my own personal terms, and I would actually love if y'all took the time to do that as well in the comments, right? But like, you are that type. Like, literally, naturally beautiful. And to me, I feel like mine is like a very awkward pretty. Like, you are pretty, it's a little awkward. I see this post on Facebook, and it was like, it's 3 types of pretty a woman can have. It was alien pretty, bug pretty, and another one. And I was like, why would he write this post? But I laughed at it because I always thought I was giving like alien pretty. You know what I'm saying? And so like, you're pretty, but it is like the traditional sense. Like, this is the type for the men who like that type. Like, I gotta throw that out there. This is the type, like, they dreamt of having this type of woman their whole life. You know, like a Proverbs 31 woman, the one that they thought was rare, the ones that be in the movies. Like, in the movies, she'd be the pretty girl next door. She was innocent. She was pure. She was smart. She was quirky. You get what I'm saying? And so for the men who like this type and they fall for this type, you are those things. You're silly. You're goofy. You're dependable. You're stable. You're family oriented. You can be fiery when you need to be fiery to defend the people that you love. You're the type of like natural, traditional woman that makes a man want to have a daughter. Like, you are the woman I would want to raise my daughter. You are the example I would want my daughter to have as when it comes to a woman. You are the type of woman that I want to take home to my mother. You are the type of woman that I know my mother would be proud of me bringing home because of what you represent, because of what you are. You're faith-filled. You're God-fearing. You get what I'm saying? But you're also fun. And it's like a side of you. Like, that's why I said seems innocent. It's a side of you that only he unlocks, that only he gets to see. You're modest. You're reserved. You're not out here showing everything. You're not like that. Okay? Like, you've always been that type. Always. And I didn't realize how rare that was, but not even just how rare that is, how naturally that comes to me without me even trying. Like, this right here, this is natural Meg. You get what I'm saying? Like, my hair ain't really done. It's thrown up on the top of my head, and that's why I put the headband on. I have on glasses. Like, I'm a typical 4 eyes. And I got on chapstick. That's it. Men be falling in love with that. Yo man be falling in love with that. And I remember my work uncle, he was like, you want to know what my wife had on when I met her? Flip-flops and a baseball cap. And that's how I knew she was the one, because she was so beautiful and she wasn't even trying. Effortless beauty. He wants you in the home. He wants to build a home with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, he wants to grow old with you. And I'm not saying these same feelings can't be felt with the other archetypes, because here's the other thing. Megan is really, really rare. And I've told y'all this a bunch of times. My man can take me anywhere. It don't even matter. He can take me anywhere, and I know what to do. I know how to present myself, right? And that is something that also intimidates people. How do you pull off both effortlessly? How do you pull this off so naturally, so genuinely? And then when you do decide, you might dip in the other archetype real quick and you pull off natural baddie effortlessly. Like, the kingdom gonna always do it better than the world. I can do all that stuff the world be hyping up and thinking you should be without having the heart posture. I can do all that better than the world. And even when I do that, that comes off effortless. It comes off natural. Even when I am giving baddie, you know my heart isn't like bad. You get what I'm saying? It's not giving bad apple. It's not giving the wrong tree. And people will be intimidated by that too, because ladies, that's rare. You are a God-fearing Proverbs 31 woman. You know how to do this stuff around the house. Like, the traditional gender norms, which is in the Bible. Like, they say that and they say it's like all American or whatever it says in the definition, but that's biblical. What the roles biblically, that's what she did in Proverbs 31. But she was a homemaker, because I just put that on my story the other day. Like, I think I'm in my homemaker era. Why I keep baking? It was 6:30 in the morning and I was baking muffins. What is that about? Right? But she took care of her home. She was gifted in so many different ways. She had talents and strengths. And you know, this type of woman, even if you don't have it, you'll figure it out. You will figure it out so that you can take care of your home. You will learn how to cook. You will learn how to braid hair. You will learn how to sew. That's why people get intimidated by you, because it's like, baby, what you can't do. Last I checked, all things are possible through Christ who strengthens me. Last I checked, the Holy Spirit is what allows me to do all of that. Y'all, that intimidates people. It can intimidate your man, because he can be like, what is this? I'm getting punked. There's no way these women really exist. Unicorn Bank. And you have one of these for me. Absolutely. And also in the business arena. Like, you are so girl next door, and it's effortless. And you bring that wholesome, natural vibe no matter what the arena is. Baby, catch me at the club, it's still giving that. Even though I might look different, I might not pop up looking like natural Meg, 4 eyes Meg, right? It might not be giving that, but I'm going to still bring that everywhere I go. The word is wholesome. I love the word wholesome. I really do. You are a wholesome young woman. You are a wholesome woman. You are a wholesome girl. No matter where you are in life when you watch this, you are a wholesome girl next door type of woman. Everybody can't pull that off. They can't pull it off. It don't give that. It gives you be up to no good, sis, all the time. Right? And that's because of your heart. That's what people are going to see more than anything. And so a girl next door has an inward beauty that truly radiates from within her. That's why she can have anything on and she not going to give that. My mama always told me that. Like, you can do some of that stuff. You can wear some of that other stuff, and it's still going to give class and grace when you do it. Because of my heart. Because of my insides. Right? It's not the same. Who wore it better? Baby, you get what I'm saying? Like, both sides. You can get the best of both. Okay, so I don't know who needed this, but don't buy into the narrative that you are not that, but also that because you are that, you cannot still be good at the other stuff and still show up the other way, but naturally at your core, at your heart, that's who you are. It's not being fake, right? But baby, this is me naturally. It's always going to give this, no matter what. And so some of y'all need to really buy into the God-given narrative of Proverbs 31 and really turn up and live your life, because that's who you are. People that talk about you, people who try to say this and that, or if they catch you and you are like somewhere else, and then they be like, oh, well, she don't really know the Lord. Oh, baby, yes, I do really know him. I do. I was talking to him before he even came out. I was talking to him while I was out. And guess what I'm gonna be doing when I go home? Talking to him, because this is really who I am. And that people, when it's this rare, people can't copy that. You can't pretend to be something you're not. This is rare. This is very rare. So you have to understand why you got so much hate, so much jealousy, so much flack your whole life. You the one, baby girl, hate gonna come with that. You are the girl next door type, and it's given Proverbs 31. Shout out to your man, right? Shout out to me. Shout out to my man. But shout out to you and shout out to your man, because that is a blessing. Like, that's a dream come true for him. That's the type. You that type. You the type he wanted, and you that type. And God knew that. He knew that. All right? So I love y'all. It'll probably be a whole lot more to come, but I'll see y'all in the next few uploads. Real quick, I'm starting to rewatch them and edit it. I would also like to throw in there, because it connects them. This boy in middle school called me lame, and it hurt my feelings so bad. Okay, I had to be like in 6th or 7th grade. This man later tells me he wished he could have a woman like me. Yeah, eat your heart out, Pooh. Remember when you said I was lame? And in case I forgot to say it, you're sweet, you're kind, you're genuinely charming, okay? Like, everything about you is genuine.